What's up everyone, and welcome back to another day trading recap video. As you can see with the background, it's a new one. We're at the place I'm house sitting 2 dogs right now with my girlfriend. Both dogs are right now just awkwardly staring at me. And you can also see here on my trades that my last trade was at 8:59 today. So I stopped trading fairly early, just like yesterday. Usually I want to be trading till at least 10 o'clock, but you know what? One of the reasons I became a trader is to give myself the freedom to pretty much do whatever I want. And the thing I love about the way I trade is I only trade from 7 to 10 usually, which basically frees my whole day up to anything I want to do. Now, at around like 8:59 or 9 o'clock, whatever you want to call it, I was kind of thinking, you know, I got a decent little front side. I was giving back profits, I was making profits, and like it was getting a little bit shaky at the end. Then I was also thinking, you know, it's a Friday, people stop trading pretty early, and I decided to kind of watch the market open, but I really was a little bit paused off. And at one point, I was just like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna walk away. And I think that's the beautiful part about trading. It gives you the option to do that. I don't always want to exercise that option for sure, but I do like to have it, and sometimes it is nice. Plus today, you know, it was a Friday, and if you guys been watching my recap videos, I've been exhausted. Like, we've been all over New York City, and I just have zero energy left. So I took a nap, and then I just walked the dogs, and now I'm here doing the recap video. Plus, we got a pretty busy schedule ahead too. We're gonna be leaving Monday. Where are we going? We're going to Connecticut and Stamford. I'm staying at a friend's place, and then on Thursday we're gonna be back in New York City, and then on Friday we're flying back to Berlin. So we'll be in Berlin before the 1st of May. And if you guys know anything about Berlin, it gets crazy on the 1st of May. So I'm excited that we're gonna be back for that. Anyway, let's get back into the recap video. I only traded 2 stocks today. I kept it very simple. Let's see what I'm up on, and whack kablam. I'm up $804 today, which is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. If we go to my calendar, let me zoom in here a little bit for you guys, and then refresh it. Sometimes if I zoom in, it messes up the charts. Yeah, okay. So this is January, February, March. Those were very slow months. And so Q1 2022 was just very slow. It was very choppy. This is when we were in North Italy in Südtirol with a ski vacation. Actually, wait a second. Something's wrong here. Let me quickly click on day trades, because I was showing some of my swing trades in here, because I was like, I had a green week. Yeah, with day trading, I had a green week. Then we were on a nice little green streak, and then last week we gave back a little bit of profits. This was Easter weekend, and you know, usually like Easter holidays, I don't know what it is. My trading around holidays get exponentially worse. So I think next time, like Monday was pretty okay. I went pretty aggressive, but like Tuesday and Thursday was so choppy that I might really start slowing down my trading the week before a 3-day weekend. So I'll trade Monday, but then like Tuesday and Wednesday, the second I get green, even if it's like 2 or 3% based on my average size, I might just straight up call it. And then I might even reduce my max loss on the day to like 500 or like half of what it usually is. So this week, really nice. We had a full green week here, and every day was like a little bit better, almost like 480, 500, and then back down to 400, 700, and then today 800. So like a nice, really clean day, around like $2.5 thousand profit for the week. So pretty nice, solid, not like a blow away green week, not my best week or anything, but just like a very solid, consistent week. So I'm pretty happy with that. And you know, today was tough. Like, it was a little bit weird the way TOS was behaving, and I don't think I'm the only one who's saying this in the Discord, our trading Discord. There's a few people saying TOS was very laggy today. Sometimes I hear this, but I don't experience it myself. Today I really experienced it, where I would place, let's just go to, I don't know, one of these tickers, whatever I'm looking at right now. Okay, VLON. Now, for example, like I would, let's say, put a, I would just like, let's say I would place an order right here, and the sellers were here, and I was buying onto the ask, and my orders didn't go through, and I was like, what the heck? And I would cancel, and eventually it would go through. And the same thing was selling. I was selling, let's say, on the bid, where your execution should be instant, and it felt like it was sticky. Like I couldn't get a few orders through, and it was happening again and again and again pre-market, and I was kind of getting annoyed. I was like, I get really uncomfortable, because I feel like maybe there's something going on that I don't know. It's very rare that happens, and today was like a really big situation where I just started feeling really uncomfortable, and I think that's a big reason why I also kind of ended the day early. But I don't know. Little side thought that I wanted to share. But maybe you guys were experiencing some TOS issues today as well. If you were, definitely let me know. I'm always like to get these general consensus from the community. All right, so VLON on the daily, kind of a nasty big sell-off here, and we reached this huge resistance point. See how we had this big gap down, then we retested this area, then we sold off, and now we had that second retest. So 2.5 roughly was the place to watch for sure, and we'll see on intraday how it fanned out as well. Actually, let me show you guys the 5-minute. Really interesting, and this was definitely some opportunity here, but it was slow. It doesn't on the 5-minute. It looks a lot better than it did on the 1-minute for sure. Pharmaceutical company here is almost 7 million shares outstanding and a 14 million market cap. So wow, this thing has like stats that can go crazy. And this ticker was going crazy. I mean, that first front side move was over 100% gapper, so that was pretty intense. Let's see. So stock is moving after exploring possible sale, so a little bit of an acquisition maybe coming up. Let's go to the intraday and see how I ended up trading this one. And you can see this volume, it really disappeared here right around like 950 or so. The volume really fell off a cliff. So that's always a big red flag. Now, I didn't do my best trading on this ticker. I'm a little bit disappointed how I traded it. I don't know if it was I was tired, or if TOS was sticky, or if it was just Friday. I don't know. It could have been a combination of many things, but I did not trade this ticker so well, which was a little frustrating. I think even my second trade or so put me right on the day. Anyway, I was up like 50, or the ticker was up like 50% or so, and we were having this nice 5-minute breakout here, and we reached this resistance point. And at first, I thought we were going to pull back a little bit more, but we didn't. So I kind of chased this trade right here, and actually on the way up I got this is not the one I chased. I think I chased one of these. I got almost a perfect entry here, and then I held and sold almost near the perfect top. Now this like never happens. This was like a 10% profit trade. This was technically a home run trade. Problem was, it was my first trade and I didn't size in, so I only had 1,400 shares where I should have been doing like 6,000 shares. So very small winner dollar wise. Percentage wise, it was really nice. So that was a little frustrating in a way. I was like, I don't get those home run trades all the time. It's kind of unfortunate that I didn't size into that one. I bought this pullback and I closed right here. I didn't have high hopes for this ticker for some reason. I don't really know why, because the volume was definitely there. Like, we were hitting like 200,000 in volume already, and a lot of these tickers lately, they've only been like at 100,000 volume per 1 minute, so it was good. But then it did this really at first slow and then more and more aggressive front side climb. And a lot of these moves, it looks like I constantly traded this one, which I did, but a lot of them, like, I would buy and sell within like 2 cents of each other. So I didn't get, I mean, this was a huge move right here. It was like 50%. And I don't know, maybe like in total, I walked away with like 3 or 4% of this whole move. So this I really wasted. And I could theorize like forever why I wasted this one. I'm not really totally sure. I constantly was expecting some sort of pullback, but that never happened. But as a front side trader, you don't want to wait too long for a pullback, especially when like you're not super extended. The 5-minute was definitely getting extended here at one point. I think that probably spooked me. But the 1-minute was always somewhat close to the 9 EMA, so there was definitely opportunity. I should have got a little bit more aggressive, and sometimes I did. On these, like, when it broke resistance zones, I would jump in it, but I wouldn't hold very long. Eventually I waited for this pullback. This was actually a really good trade right here. I really sized into this one. I got really patient, waited for a pretty good entry. Actually, no, I got a little bit entry too soon. And then I closed here, but this was like a 2% profit with like a decent position size. I think I was long like 6,000 shares here, so that was pretty nice. And then I did the same thing somewhere here, somewhere in this area. That was really good. And then here I bought into the breakout thinking we're gonna have that continuation. We were having like a very small 5-minute breakout. I bought into it and it flushed on me, and I gave back like 20% or so of my profits off the top on that one. And at this point I was like, I think I wrote in the Discord, I was a little bit discouraged. I gave back 20%, like I'm kind of like spinning my wheels here a little bit. But then I thought to myself, like, Alex, that's the part of the game. That's part of front side trading. You trade until you give back profit. So I kind of like mellowed out about that one. At first it kind of bothered me more than it probably should have, and I think it's because I've been so tired. Like, I've been exhausted. I've been like, it's been really easy to trigger me lately, and I'm usually not like that. That's not my default mode. So yeah, I felt a little triggered, let's just say. And then somewhere here, it ripped up again, kind of without me. I missed this one. I bought this pullback, but then I gave back more profits here. I didn't sell at the right time. I thought we were gonna have continuation, because I constantly thought we were gonna hit that 2.5 zone pre-market. That's the spot I was talking about on the daily. And then I gave back more profits here, and I was like, And then it pops up again here, and I was like, ooh, am I chasing? Is this a revenge trade? Did a small trade here, and then this one was pretty good. I bought here on the 9 EMA, it popped up, and I was like, well, we're ranging right now. We're not really on a real front side, so I'm just going to close here. I'm not going to look for continuation. This was actually a near perfect trade. Unfortunately, again, it was with smaller size. It was like, I don't know, 2,000 shares or something like that. So I could have sized up a bit more, but you know, that wasn't really the ticker to size, or the moment probably to size. So that was actually fine. You know, in this part, you know, this is just really choppy, awkward price action. I don't like holding into the open either. So I don't know how I would have done. If this was a Monday, I probably would have got more aggressive on it, but I just didn't feel like this was the time for me to get aggressive. But, you know, VLON, I don't know why I can't say that, is a really nice front side pattern right now, and it's holding its high, so it's like a perfect stare. I would not be surprised if we saw this ticker again. Maybe it's going to have a gun pattern where it really kind of starts, you know, pulls higher here, it starts consolidating, and then, you know, has an extended hour move or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Right now it's only down from the highs like roughly 30%, so that's kind of that zone I'm always kind of looking at. I don't want to sell off more than 30%. But I gotta say, you know, VLON looks very strong right now and could have continuation. The only problem is, like, this 2.5 zone has huge resistance. But if it breaks that and it really, you know, flips the script here, it's got some really nice upside. First to about $4, and then again, I would say, you know, actually $4 really hits home, because this area is really significant. And then I would say again around like $6, another big resistance zone. Obviously every dollar zone, like $5 or so, will have some interesting resistance, especially because the 180-day SMA is there, and I'm sure it had resistance at 3 and 350 and so on and so forth. $half, whole dollars, those are always key zones to look at. But you know, if we really broke 2.5, this ticker could in theory run really quickly to 4 if we broke it and held it, right? Not just like, you know, broke it and flushed back down. That's scary stuff right here. So VLON definitely worth to keep on the watch list, and yeah, hopefully you guys got some value out of that. Also, let me know if you guys had some issues with TOS again. Like I'm quite curious. MITQ, let's see what popped up on this one. I just traded it very quickly, although it was our lead gapper for a second. Let's look at the 5-minute really quick. It was the only ticker that was actually up pre-market, I think like 30 or 40%. It was kind of interesting. Eventually on the 5-minute pops up here. I try to trade this one, but I don't really do that great of a job. At the market open, this was probably one of the better tickers, but again, at this point, I was kind of just watching, and then after like 15 minutes of watching the market open, I was spinning. My head was spinning, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a nap. So that was my Friday so far. It's been pretty relaxed, but I got a few more calls today, so it's gonna get busy from here on out. Yeah, you can see at MITQ just kind of, you know, big breakout here on the 5-minute. I traded the pullback, and I don't know. I didn't really get any great moves on it, but so on. So like that's fine. Look at this flush too. I mean, like, I think this is really why I didn't want to trade so much after the market opened, because I was just so nervous to, like, I was already up, you know, more than I had been on the rest of the week, and I was like, I would have been so annoyed if like I just had like a $500 or $1,000 loser, which happens sometimes, right? I mean, that's part of the game. So I think I would have been more annoyed if I had a loser than if I got over $1,000 profit. If I got over $1,000 profit, I would have been like, yeah, nice. But I think if I even lost $100, I would have been like, oh, I knew I should have, you know, traded, right? So I was already in that mindset, and that's not a good place to be. So I think calling it was the right decision today. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up there. We still have some spots available, by the way, for the 30 people that I want to get on a call with for the breakthrough calls. So any barriers you guys are currently stuck on with trading, I want to do one-on-ones. I've already had a few. They've been going really well. And if you want to learn more, all you have to do is go to tradejournal.co/mentors with an S, and you will see the fast track button at the top right. Sign up for that, leave a comment on one of my posts, and I will send you the link to get scheduled on a call. And it's that simple. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I know I'm sure you're looking forward to mine. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Consider subscribing if you're new, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.